Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to dive deep into one of the most visually stunning 3D MV we've gotten in Project SEKAI, Phony. This song has always been one of my all-time favorite Vocaloid songs, and when I saw the 3D MV release, I couldn't help but notice all the little details and visual storytelling woven into it. So, today, let's analyze it together and see what's really hiding. Let's start with the title. Phony. The word literally means fake, and that idea sets the tone for everything we see in the video. The opening scene is simple yet powerful, a solo shot where Mizuki sings, "There's no flower in this world more beautiful than an artificial one." Then Mafuyu follows with, "That's because everything is manufactured from lies," and Meiko ends the sequence saying, "Antipathy world." Antipathy means a strong feeling of dislike or hostility. So, why do they call it that? Why such rejection toward the world? It's because this world, this antipathy world, is one made of lies, where everything that's fake is accepted as real, even if the flowers bloom beautifully. They'll never be real, no matter how pretty. Fake will always remain fake. This sets the emotional foundation of Phony, a sense of disgust toward a world built on deception, and the internal conflict of living in it. Next, the MV moves into a long, endless hallway. If that looks familiar, it should. We've seen this before, in DNA's 2D MV, where Mafuyu's past was portrayed in a similar endless corridor. It symbolizes her mental loop, a life where she walks forward endlessly, but never truly escapes herself. Then we hear the line, "The rain of despair pelts my umbrella." The characters stop moving, frozen like dolls. And of course, when we think of dolls, we immediately think of Mafuyu, whose emotions and actions often feel mechanical, almost lifeless. We also see the members mirrored in the background, sometimes literally reflected, sometimes paired with someone else, like a mirror image. These mirror visuals keep appearing throughout the MV, and they're crucial. The pairing of characters in Phony isn't random. Each mirror scene represents how the members of Nigo see themselves, or rather, who they wish they could be. Ina is seen facing Kanade in the mirror. Normally, a mirror reflects yourself, but here, it reflects the opposite of who you are. Ina struggles with not feeling talented enough, while Kanade suffers because of the burden of her talent. In other words, they mirror each other's pain, each seeing in the other what they lack or what they wish they could escape from. Then, we see Mizuki standing before a mirror, but the reflection shown is Ina. If the MV had followed the earlier pairing patterns, Mafuyu would have been the one in the reflection. If that were the case, it would have implied that Mizuki wanted to lose her sense of self, just like Mafuyu. But that's not who Mizuki is. Mizuki values individuality, self-expression, and identity above everything else, and it's something important about her. So instead, seeing Ina in the reflection breaks the pattern. They don't make eye contact with each other, but they don't avoid the mirror because they hate what they see. They avoid it because they're still searching for who they really are. That's why in this scene, Mizuki and Ina don't make eye contact. They look away from each other, mirroring how, in the story, they've struggled to truly face each other until Ina's 5th event. When Mizuki turns away, the lyrics go, "Painting lies upon the mirror's reflection, a makeup of the loss of oneself." But in Mizuki's case, it's not about losing herself, it's about protecting who she is in a world that keeps trying to define her. During the chorus, we catch a glimpse of Mafuyu's mask from the imprisoned marionette event, as well as the same flower that appeared in Hated by Life itself. These small visual callbacks tie together her story. Her constant struggle to appear perfect and functional while she hides behind that emotional mask. Then we reach a maze-like scene, a labyrinth filled with impossible shapes and strange geometry. Each member dances alone, even though they appear together, visually reinforcing the loneliness that defines their stories. Interestingly, the shapes in the background resemble Penrose triangles, impossible figures that can't exist in real space, and the entire layout seems inspired by M.C. Escher's Relativity, a painting famous for its illusion of an endless paradoxical space. That connection fits Phony perfectly, a song about illusions, lies, and distorted reality. Let's go back to that lyric. The rain of despair won't stop. Normally, Ina is associated with rain. She even uses rain imagery in her art and self-expression. So, you'd expect her to sing that line. It's Kanade who does, and that's actually really significant. I thought about it, and it connects to her card, Say Goodbye to My Masked Self, where she's holding Mafuyu in the rain. Eventually, we see a broken mirror. Throughout this MV, mirrors have symbolized the reflections of what one doesn't have, the ideals. So when the mirror shatters, it's not destruction, it's acceptance. Breaking the mirror means rejecting the fake self and embracing what's real, flaws and all. Even if the world around them is filled with lies, even if everything feels fake, they've chosen to face reality instead of pretending. And finally, the MV closes with Mako doing the iconic mask pose. A full circle image that brings us back to the theme of pretending, of masking one's pain behind beauty. Phony isn't just a gorgeous 3D MV, it's a deeply psychological story about self-deception, envy, and the slow journey towards self-acceptance. Every frame, from the mirrors to the hallway to the broken reflections, tells a story about who we are and who we try to be. So, thanks so much for watching my interpretation, and I'll see you in the next video.